truncheons. Bye.
This is Kent Brockman live at the Springfield Post Office on Tax Day. It's literally the 11th hour, 10 p.m.
And tardy taxpayers are scrambling to mail their returns by midnight.
Sir, why did you wait until the last minute to pay your taxes?
Taxes? Isn't this the line from Metallica?
Sir, why did you wait until the last minute to pay your taxes?
Because I'm an idiot. Happy?
Of course, not everyone is an idiot. Some of us took our receipts and pay stubs to our accountants months ago.
And welcome back. BLOCKTV tax season clearly is around the corner. Don't we all love it? And the daunting task of confronting the IRS is only more complicated when crypto enters the mix. And to help us make sense of the ins and outs of the cryptocurrency tax maze, we're joined in studio by Gidi Bazakai, founder, CEO of BitMax, former deputy director of the Israel Tax Authority. Mr. Bazakai, thank you so much for being here with me. I hate tax season. Okay?
Really?
I hate it. I hate it.
Strange.
I'm sure you hear that a lot, don't you?
From honest people.
From nice people, exactly.
Honest,
those who pay them.
Honest people.
Those who pay them.
Nobody likes to pay taxes, but then we have to do that.
We have to do that. How can we make it easier on people? How does blockchain come into the mix?
Well, actually, when time comes when regulators will realize this, the blockchain will enable us to pay our taxes much easier and in a more efficient way. This is what we do with BitX, our system, is like when we try to take crypto. Now, for now, tax authorities determined that crypto, Bitcoin, is an asset, it's not currency.
Right.
Why is that? Because it's not well used. It needs to be more used in order for us to mainstream and to have a lot of volume, and then maybe it will be more stable, and then we can use it as currency. For now, it's making sense to treat this as an asset. We regard this like an investment, which is okay. For now, this is an asset. Maybe when time comes, I think for sure, it will become a currency. But for now, this is an asset. This is a wonderful asset because for now, everybody tried to use old facilities in order to meet standards of regulators.
Okay.
Which means that we try to allocate Bitcoin like it is like securities or anything else. Well, this is working not so well and very difficult, and it's not accurate, and people get to pay much higher taxes than they need to because they can't accurately see what they've done. What we initiated is a platform that we look at the blockchain. We follow the transaction over the blockchain. We provide immutable evidence of whatever happened there. If you cannot steal a Bitcoin, you cannot cheat our system. It's the same. It's very, very stable. We look at the blockchain, we derive all the information, and we calculate the taxes. So we know exactly what you did. So
you can't hide, you can't lie, you can't do shit. Okay?
This is making tax people very happy and relaxed because they know everything. They can feel confident this is what you did. There's nothing else there. If you say you're honest, you cannot cheat. You can cheat, but if you claim I'm honest, you have to answer all the questions, you cannot get away. And then when you look at this, you figure out...
This is an accountant's wet dream.
Well, it is, but they didn't realize this yet. Because for me, when I first saw this, I said, wow, this is a wet dream. Exactly. Actually, I thought exactly the same in Hebrew, but the same.
Now, the question is, why isn't it, okay, that sounds like a great idea. What are the pitfalls? Why is that not being used then now? Why is it not being applied?
Because this is something new. And something new takes time. So people do not realize this yet. They think that Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency, they think it's virtual assets that are flying in the space. They are not. Actually, it's very solid. It's in there. You can review this. You can look at this. You can take the dividend.
But let me ask you this, because crypto people or the crypto sphere, how should I put it? These are people that don't like to. Well, one could argue that they're not very, happy to pay their taxes. Who isn't? But
there's more to it. So right.
But, exactly. But there are a lot of reports and research shows that don't even report.
Yeah, that's right.
Then how do you combat that? Even if it's losses, they don't want to pay anything on that.
It's something that is more like two different cultures, and in the middle there's a huge desert. We are walking in this desert trying to put them together because there is space that they can live together very comfortably. Because crypto.
But if they don't report it, how are you going to find
cyberpunks? Okay. Cyberpunks do not want to pay taxes. Regulators said we need to know everything and to see everything. There's a part which they meet. How do they meet?
Okay.
First of all, you had the Supreme Court in the United States ruling with regard to Coinbase. So once you go into exchanges and you trade and you do anti-money laundering regulation and you transfer the information to authorities, then everybody knows who you are because once you're on the blockchain, you see all the addresses. You don't know who they belong to. after you get the information. After the IRS got the information from Coinbase and others,
Right.
they know this is something that has already happened, and this is happening. This is moving forward, and it's good because we are moving over to the mainstream. If you look at the crypto, if you look at Bitcoin, once regulators are there and feel comfortable, then it will evolve. Then it will be great. So you can review everything. You can have a very strong ledger of filing to the tax authorities. And actually, when you do that, you find out something very interesting.
Which is?
Markets have been climbing from 2010. Even now that everybody is looking at the crypto winter,
Yeah, I was about to say.
this is still 3,000
Winter is here,
US dollar and
yeah.
more.
Yeah.
This is 100 times more than it was just a few years ago. So a lot of capital gains in there. If you imply FIFO, for instance, which is first in, first out, you don't know what it is, so let's imply FIFO. You pay much higher taxes. If you look at the assets, with our system, you look at the assets, you prove where they come from. You see all the way. Then you get to pay lower taxes, and nobody can claim you didn't file correct.
Who's applying your system now? I mean, is anybody applying your system right now?
Of course, we use the system in Israel, and we file in Israel, and we're about...
Other than that, anywhere else?
We're trying now to put it in the United States. We're running on a beta system. Now we're flying over to the United States with the system. It's already implementing IRS and 1040, Schedule D, the right forms. It is very easy for us. It's like a model system. It's worldwide.
Are countries coming around? Are people seeing the advantages that cryptos need to be taxed?
Well, whenever people see the advantage, they enjoy this, because if you look at this, you can do a lot of stuff. First of all, you can allocate the proper
I'm talking
assets.
about countries, though, as entities.
Yeah.
Like there's the United States as a country.
That's
Do you
right.
think that they're coming around to understanding that this is not...
I think the United States went forward the beginning of 2014, and this is moving someplace. It takes time, there's ups and downs, but I think regulators are into it, and I think some of the mainstream is also into it. Not
Other than
everybody
the
is
United
happy.
States, who else would you say as
I
a country?
think Europe is going this way. Israeli tax authority is really into it. So it's like we're not early adopters anymore. We're into it. But there's still a long way to go. Now, once you get this now, and I've been a regulator, once regulator will realize this is enabling regulator to do the most important task. You know what it is?
What?
It is to make the difference between the good and the bad.
Right.
Because now you can't tell. I did a lot of years as a private sector of volunteer disclosure with Swiss bank accounts. You don't know what happened. You can't prove it. Even if you know it's right, you don't have the evidence. This is all over.
Wow.
Now, the basis of the evidence
Then
is
why
not
aren't-
in the hands of the
then why aren't
government. It belongs
regulators-
to everybody, and they cannot cheat.
My argument to that would be that anywhere and everywhere people will eventually find a way to cheat. You're saying that
Not
this
on the
makes it-
blockchain. If you use the blockchain right, listen, if somebody can cheat the blockchain, I'm not talking about hiding assets. You know they're hidden. But if you're not trying to hide them on the blockchain, you cannot cheat. You cannot claim you're honest and cheat because you see everything. So you're able to, it's like a big map. This is white, this is black, this is filed, this is not. This you see. So if someone says, I'm okay, you can check him. If he's not okay, maybe he has his own reason. Maybe he's only looking for privacy, maybe it's something else. But one thing you know, he's not out there. You
Any
can tell the
advice
difference.
for crypto owners before we wrap up? Any advice for crypto owners now in
So I
this
think-
taxing tax season?
So the two things,
Yeah.
which is one, if you follow our lead, the system, it's not only ours, but if you follow on the blockchain, then you get two advantages. First of all, lower taxes because you pay honestly. Second thing is you have a full picture. For now, what I've seen in Israel for many times,
Right.
you pay 5 times than you have to, and you're not safe because you didn't file everything. So it's two things you can fix in one. File correct, have the whole picture, use the blockchain. Don't go against it. Don't try to fit the blockchain to a new world. It's the different.
It's the difference between
the
all of
different
that. I cannot thank you enough.
Thank you.
Gidi Bar-Zakai, founder and CEO of BitTax, with the future of taxes and blockchain. Let's hope everybody listens and, you know what, and pay your taxes, people. Thank you so much.
Thank
We'll
you.
be right back.